Welcome to, what is this, episode 20?
20.
My name is Pepper 5.
I am Victor.
Highlights of the weekend were pretty much Ongea Summit and Safaricom Jazz Fest. But I think out of all of them, Safaricom Jazz was like really
the biggest. It was the biggest, but it's because, of course, it has like a very big corporate sponsor behind it.
Yeah.
One of the biggest corporate entity in Kenya, that is Safaricom, and they just showed. I think we as we were saying while there, they were being a bit extra, not in a nice way to safeguard themselves, their image and all that, but it was just extra. Like, for example, after you're getting your tickets verified and all that, it's a very short distance, less than 100 meters from that point to where the show was, but yet there were vans that were ferrying people to and fro.
I mean, that's what they do all the time.
Yeah, but I'm just saying they just that's why I'm saying it's extra, because it's such a short distance. But then again, it's like we don't want people walking around up and down this place. It looked disorganized, and so let it be organized.
I mean, that was the best bargain. I mean,
and even that,
ever.
Did you see that it helped even when we were leaving? Because there was no traffic when people were leaving. Because people were coming. Not everyone is going to their car. People are just a few go. Drive out, a few drive out, and
it's called the logistics. Whoever was the event planner knew that the buses will come in handy in terms of traffic.
Plus 80 billion before tax. That's what billion in profit before tax. That's what it looks like. That's what it looks like.
Okay, yeah, and that too. Anyway, I had an amazing time but that's the first time I got to see a Grammy award-winning artist. Live in performance. I've never even actually seen a Grammy award winner.
Okay, Marcus Miller.
Yeah, Marcus Miller.
Who apparently has worked with the likes of Miles Davis. That is one of the most prominent ones that I know. And he even performed a song that he wrote for Miles Davis, and the first version was actually near the bebop jazz thing, and then the second one was,
just to put it out there, I don't know what you're talking about, but I'll go with it. And
then the second version
I'm guessing these are jazz legends.
No, the bebop is like a jazz variant. That is like one of the earliest forms of jazz. Maybe the earliest from the 20s and 30s, 1920s and 1930s, which is I don't know how to describe it, but you can hear it you can know it when you hear it. And then the second one was the one that I was telling you, sounds like a Wizkid song. Do you remember that?
No, I don't. I actually found him performing, so I think I came a bit late.
Oh, and then he did. He did the most amazing rendition of The Temptations' "Papa Was a Rolling Stone," which I can say for a fact I have never had somebody play the bass guitar like that in my life.
Yeah.
I've never seen anybody play the guitar like that, which Marcus Miller gave an amazing performance at the Safaricom Jazz Festival, which was amazing to witness. And then the band that had performed before, I don't think you had arrived then. They are a big buzz brand. A big band, and meaning they play brass instruments mostly, and they merge that, which is an aspect of jazz, with techno. And so Safaricom Jazz Festival for like 30-40 minutes had been turned into a mini Tomorrowland festival, that was quite electrifying, because they were amazing. Anyway, and the Ongea Summit. You went there for 2 days. I was there for 1 day.
Okay, yeah. I went there for 2 days, mostly because the second day I had to go because we're trying to expand.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but we're not gonna spill anything as of yet until it materializes. So the first day, I really enjoyed. I never got to sit down and listen to the panelists. However, the second day I sat down, and there was a panel full of guys there was a guy from SA, there was Anyiko, there was BN. That panel was...
What were they talking about?
They were talking about endorsement deals.
Okay.
They were talking about getting booked, and they were talking about the role that media has played in the the music industry. Yeah, like play Kenyan music.
Okay.
Basically.
Yeah.
So the argument that really stuck out was the in-betweeners between the corporate world and these artists.
Yeah.
You know, Akina Sauti Sol have, at face value, most of the endorsement deals here in Kenya are mostly alcohol and beverage.
Yeah.
And maybe betting companies. However, so I actually asked them a question. So asked them, what's the disconnect between here and SA? Because you find SA, they've delved into different arenas. You can find someone like Questa. He's getting an endorsement deal by Volkswagen.
Yeah.
Casper is getting an endorsement deal by Bentley.
Rick Vaseline.
Yeah. Huku Vaseline inapewa akina Natalie Tewa.
Then they gave Sheila Mwanyiga.
Okay, yeah.
Let's not forget that.
However, just look at it. Vaseline being given to a rough image such as Ricky.
Yeah.
So, and then I also asked how come like underground artists in SA are getting endorsement deals from fashion companies such as Vans, Reeboks. These kids are not even the clout level has not reached even like well into the 10,000.
Yeah.
But they're still getting this endorsement. So I was made to understand that, first of all, the consumer market in SA is really different from here.
Okay. In what sense?
There's a bigger middle group.
Okay.
Middle what?
Class.
Middle class.
Yeah.
So there's a bigger middle class, meaning there's a vast market in those products they're selling.
Yeah.
Number two, that I was meant to understand there are 3 different celebrity levels.
Okay.
There are micro influencers. These are people with below 8,000 followers. And before a brand approaches you, they know they can't reach the audience you have. That's why they're using you to get to that audience you have.
Yeah.
And you'll be the best person to speak to your audience through selling whatever, like Vans. I gave an example of Aries when it was coming up. We got a lot of sponsorship deals through Vans. So they were saying there's so I was at micro influencers.
Yeah.
And then there's macro, someone with between 10,000 and 80,000.
Okay.
And then from there now there's celebrity status.
Yeah.
So now
those are the AKAs and the Caspers
and all that. So,
and even the local acts for like Mafiki Zolo, could they be in that category?
Yeah, the celebrity.
Yeah.
Anyone with above 80,000 is a celebrity. Is considered a celebrity.
Okay.
And then another thing to note is here in Kenya, the corporates are finding it hard. There's no in-betweener. There's no in-betweener without self-interest. You get so these people who are supposed to be making these merger deals for someone like Ethic, there's no one who's pushing forward for those guys to get endorsement deals. So it's pretty much we're shooting ourselves in the foot because hakuna managers wa watu.
Yeah.
And if their managers are there, they don't know what exactly to do. You get?
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it was eye-opening.
But
it was really eye-opening.
I think I was there on one day, and on that one day, I came up with 2 things.
Yeah.
One is one of the reasons why I probably don't like hanging out around such spaces, such industry spaces, because every musician thinks they're the best, and so a lot of them have egos, and this ego makes everyone feel like I'm the man, I'm the one who you're supposed to respect me and fear me, and all that, which many of those people are quite condescending. And the second one I realized is even throughout to Saturday, that performing artists probably have a better chance of making a living than recording artists, because I saw the band
PPMS, Presidential Music Service.
Yeah, but even
but something with friends. I can't remember.
Ricky na Marafiki. Yeah,
exactly.
That was the band that was performing. Did you see? Like they electrified the summit, and it got me thinking.
You will know a good performer, a bad performer
when you see them.
When you see them.
And even the lady who performed before, what was her name?
Viona.
Viona or Vivian?
Viona.
Yeah. She had the energy, but then she was she you could tell she wasn't that fit because she was running out of breath control, all those things. But she was quite energetic.
I saw Fiona first on Instagram.
Okay.
On Khalid's page. So apparently she goes to town and sells her CDs in town.
Really? She looked quite energetic.
Yeah.
And I
will buy her CD.
Me too. I will but I don't know where still.
She needs a lot of stage training, maybe.
Yeah. A lot of maybe it's just like hitting the gym and such. There's such simple things that artists can do.
Yeah, she's quite sassy.
Yeah.
And she fits. She's still working on herself. That's what I can say.
Yeah.
Because she has that sassy outlook. She has. She looks like she's ready to learn. She has a hunger. That one I can give it.
That one she does.
Because if someone is going to town to sell CDs
and she was even jumping off the stage coming to say hi to people.
Exactly. So and then you can see it in someone's eyes. You can see the hunger in their eyes. So she has it. However, those platforms are there for people to grow. So I could not pass a judgment because you start from there and then now you can do your own shows or you don't start filling up at an arena. You start with those shows kwanza.
Yeah. Who did you see perform on Sunday?
I never stuck to see anyone perform.
Okay.
However, I saw so many familiar faces. I saw Bill Dad there. Bill Dad was there. That's Blinky Bill. I saw BN was there. Akina Chris from Chris and Sijui What Entertainment. I saw Anyiko. Who else did I see? Those are the only people I saw. And also at Ongea Summit, I got confirmation about a few things that we had speculated on the podcast before. Yeah. For example, I got to speak to Brian Adra, who told me that the King Kaka song, Somalebo, on King Kaka's album, he actually did the song and then King Kaka went on to do the verses, which... I was listening to, let me backtrack. I was listening to Romain Vago and King Kaka, and we really put an unfair judgment on that song because you were saying King Kaka was struggling with that sound. I still believe he was. I still believe he is. However, the whole idea is cultural exchange. Yeah. Not struggling. It's like saying I try singing Kwaito or am I in Pansula or whatever, or in whatever language is there in South Africa. Yeah. I'm not trying to be South African. That's why maybe if Casper was looking to me as a Kenyan to do a collaboration, he's the one bringing the South African part. Yeah. I'm the one bringing the Kenyan. So I won't struggle with being South African. Okay. I will be as Kenyan as possible as I will be. And so Romain Vago was being as Jamaican as he could. He's from Jamaica, right? Yeah, he is. And King Kaka was being as Kenyan as he could be. Okay. So I think that I needed to say that. And that's a really good song, actually. Yeah, now that it's a single. No, I still thought it was a nice song, but I didn't think that would be the next single from the album. I honestly thought Bebandogo would. I still think Bebandogo will be a single soon. Maybe in the next 3 or 4 months, that will be the next single from the album. What did you think about the video? The video, clean, pretty clean. A lot of cameos. Timmy, the goat. He was actually holding a goat. Yeah, because he's actually the goat. Yeah, so like, Timothy that was there. He got to clone himself and hold himself. And I saw a few familiar faces. I can't recall all of them, but manager wa King Kaka. Kaka Yampa. He's called Kamlesh. Was also in the video. So there were people who were there. An African vibe. Yeah, going for the dowry negotiations. Well, bride price negotiations, which is quite amazing. The music festivals in Kenya. What to expect? Okay, a festival. The only person I've been to Rift Valley Festival. That's funny enough. That's the only festival. What happened to Hakuna Matata? The one that was, I don't know whether it was hosted by Cream de la Cream or he was... It was a merger between Hype and Cream de la Cream. Okay, I can't call it a festival because a festival needs to be more than one day. Yeah. And that was only one day. Okay. Hakuna Matata. So I went I went to 3 hakuna matata actually.
The back when they were the really popular.
Which I really regret.
All 3 or just a few?
No. Not all 3. There was one I really had fun. Okay. It was in Nakuru. There was one in Olepolos which was really muddy.
That was crazy.
That was really muddy, and I regret why I went to that one. Ningebaki to home.
Okay.
Haya. Festivals in Kenya. I mean, you know, if we start comparing to the first world countries like in America, Lollapalooza.
There are bad examples too. There's Fire Festival to look at.
Okay, not Fire Festival.
Okay.
That never happened. If you look at Lollapalooza South by Southwest and compare it to Kenya,
I told you this on Saturday. I think Ongea Summit is becoming the next South by Southwest, at least the Kenyan version of it, because it's a summit for musicians and songwriters and all that, which basically is what South by Southwest is.
Okay. So, as I was saying,
Coachella is also part of that.
Coachella,
Made in America,
Tomorrowland, Made in America by Jay-Z. So, if you compare to the Kenyan market, yes, we are a growing industry. We've been doing this for maybe 40 years tops, but America has been there for over 100 years, the industry that has been there. So, festival, I think the person who's spearheading this the most is Mudhoni, the drama queen. Mudhoni, MDQ has really done a lot for
the festival
scene in terms of, she has now African Novu. So which that's a festival. You see, that's a proper festival. I got to go last year for one day, just one day.
Okay.
And you know, essentially, a festival should have tents. But you know,
sleeping arrangements. People should come spend.
But now there. Since yes, unasema kuna tents. But who are you accommodating? Who will sleep up on Ngongrescos? Nobody. Hakuna mtu will come.
Maybe if it attracts people from outside Nairobi. Which at this point,
I think the biggest festival in East Africa is Nyege Nyege Festival.
Yeah, that one is.
I think that's the biggest.
Because I've even seen
festival
sets on Boiler Room.
And you know why it's successful? Because the target markets are not Africa. Exactly.
Yeah.
This other festival, which I'd really love to go, is Kilifi New Year.
Okay. Yeah.
Another target market. We're not
part of that.
We're not. Yani, if you go, umebahatika kuenda. Yes. Okay. You're just extra. But the Wazungus and the foreigners
and expatriates.
Expatriates. Because if you see the pricing, Kilifi New Year was, the whole ticket festival was 9,000 shillings.
That's not everybody. That's not the average Kenyan price.
So if we look at festivals, we still have room to grow.
Okay.
And it's a culture. It needs to be a culture, because festival, ukiangalia Coachella, they're usually like around 40 acts. 40 acts.
Spread over
3 days.
3 or 4 days,
exactly. So it's really like, it takes a lot of effort.
Okay.
And even if you watch that documentary on Netflix, Fire Festival, like it's you just don't have money and put a festival. Now that's the problem. I think MDQ has something, like she's up to something.
She's trying,
She's up to something, and I think she's one of the people who done a lot for the industry. But now the problem is with the coming of age of all these new Nairobi guys and this ethic Lambalolo guys, they should be open to these people, because you know, scratch my back, scratch your back, because our platform kama African Novu,
but I feel like that still already it targets that crowd.
What crowd?
That new Nairobi crowd.
Yeah, it targets new Nairobi crowd. Sasa, as in, at least kukwena like open day of one of kukwena open day, like, okay, someone can't afford 3,500 who listens to Akina Ethic. Kukwena at least open day of African Novu, where people just come for free.
Or even if it's 50 shillings or 100 shillings.
Or you just come with a scratch card. Ama you buy a CD yamse yenye iko tu na collection of Kenyan songs. You get kitu kayo, like open day, something for the general public that I like Akina Tunji, I like Akina Ethic, and I will also discover Akina Valerie Muthoni. I will also discover who Show Majozi is. this new Nairobi acts. If I didn't know who Blinky Bill is, I'll discover him there.
Yeah.
You get? So I'll get to experience this Akina ethic, and also at the same time I'll get to experience these new guys I'll be meeting there. You get?
Yeah, but I think the reason...
When siku tu moja ya wase wenye hawezi afford your 3,500.
Let's look. I think the reason why festivals are not that prominent in Kenya, and they should be, is because to host such a thing, you need a lot of corporate backing. Let's look at the Safaricom Jazz Festival, which is Safaricom, the biggest company in East and Central Africa, the most profitable, that is. And they have money where they can they have money where they can attract sponsors who will back their event. They can book acts who are up to par and expensive, because 2-time Grammy, that's not something that's cheap.
Safaricom had actually, I think they ran away from
the local scene.
If you look back in the years, Safaricom had this thing for artists called Safaricom Live. It was a tour, a countrywide tour, where you take headliner acts. I remember Sauti Sol,
P-Unit were there.
P-Unit. I remember
DNA was also part of that.
And wait, these guys, what are they? Camp Mula was there, like
Giuliani.
That was the best thing Sauti Sol did for the culture. Get that was the best thing, because unaona P-Unit, that was like one of the biggest platforms.
Okay.
Because I mean, Safaricom won't pay you little money to tour across the country, so you'll get money from something like that. However, niliambiwa from an insider that people started getting greedy.
Sources close to...
Yeah, people started getting greedy. So unalipwa X amount, and then the next time
you're
ask,
like, nah.
Unaulizia X times 3 amount.
Yeah.
It's like, nyi watu mnatutumia.
Yeah.
And you don't know, like, okay, these people, as much as, yes, you're performing in the show, they're also helping you.
Yeah, scratch my back, I scratch yours.
Exactly. So people started getting greedy. People started negotiating obnoxious deals with Safaricom.
Yeah.
Okay.
Safaricom has the money to pay.
The money. They don't need
it doesn't
you.
Make business like sense to pay. Yeah.
You're like a drop in they don't need you. So I think they delved more into the up market, like Akina Jazz Fest, because Jazz Festival has been running since 2015.
14,
15.
5th years. Yeah.
Exactly. So as in waliona, instead kuwa frustrated na our artists.
Yeah.
Let's just go to the people. We'll call jazz. This jazz has its own market.
True.
Because if you looked at Jazz Festival, you will see like old people there, like having a ball. Nikawa mekam kona Drake wow.
Yeah.
We get like, me, I didn't know who Marcus Miller was before I saw his poster.
I just listened. I interacted with his music when I saw he was coming for.
Exactly. So that guy, Nikame come kona Drake.
Yeah.
The Drake in his mind.
Yeah.
And plus this guy has won 2 Grammys.
So he's So
wakasema, this is the target we're looking for. Mwenye VIP tukieka tickets 10,000.
People will show up.
It's not that. I think a percentage of that goes to Ghetto Classic.
No, let's be clear. Safaricom doesn't need that money.
They put out a product.
What did you say?
Fuliza.
The critical fee on there?
I mean the trivial money and the critical fee.
And that was the marketing model they used for the Jazz Festival. Well, like regular tickets are 2,000, student tickets are 500.
Exactly.
So every buy all those things.
Okay, I'm not an artist. However, you as artists get people who will negotiate the best deals for you.
Yeah.
And don't be greedy. So,
true. But I think the lack of corporate sponsors has a lot to do. And I'm afraid because over the years there have been cases of, as you said, greed. Being Kenya and the history of Kenya, you can see that people are quite greedy to take for themselves and all that, and not want to do it for the greater good, So if you're the middleman, I'm the artist, you're negotiating, say, 2 million for me, and then you're telling me, they're only giving you 300,000, and since you're the booking agent and you're the one who's privy to that information.
I was given an example by I'm not gonna mention any names, but it's a certain group. that this was actually last year's Ongea Summit. So a corporate client came to them. They were like, okay, we need your mechanical rights. Like we need your the beat you used on song X to use it as an ad on our campaign. So this the guy who was negotiating the deal went back to the artist because they also own the song. So they were like, okay, company X has given us X amount. Apparently it was 1 million shillings.
I think I know who you're talking about, but let's
you
go
know.
on.
Yes, you know. So they were like, hawa watu wanatutumia. Wambie want 6 million. 6 million for a song. I mean, this is 1 million you didn't have in the first place. So we want 6 million.
We're big artists.
We're big artists. Jina kubwa. So this guy went back and gave the feedback, of course. So they were like, no, we need to up the budget for that. Don't know, we are big artists. We can't be given pennies. I mean, this is a lot of money. You look at it, however you look at it. So
whether split between 10
apparently
people or
whoever
people.
produced that song was told to make something similar.
Okay.
Because yes, we have X this song. So tengeneza ngoma yenye nenda kufanana na hii ngoma but si hiyo exactly. And then you take whatever. So chukua hii do.
Chukua idea.
Wenda we twist tu kidogo ikuwe ni yako and then you eat this money.
So they bypassed the middleman.
Exactly. So as in the idea is just take 1 million is decent. And you'll be really dumb. I think there's one person who said in music never pass out on money.
Whatever comes.
Whatever comes. So greed ni kitu mbaya. I think we should also speak about audio streaming platforms in Kenya.
Begins at home.
So I think the most marketed one last year was Songa Music, which was absolutely big mess from Safaricom. A big mess. They'll tell you why.
Why is that?
Okay, insiders tell me they used a lot of money marketing this product they're using. And you know,
and you don't even need to be an outsider. I mean, an insider to know that. You can you could see.
However,
they did TV ads. There were billboards everywhere.
And I mean, influencer bags. They're using Nyash. They're using Sauti Soul. They're using all these people.
Diamond.
They got an exclusive deal with Sony Music. That's a lot of money involved in that.
That was, I think, at the beginning.
The funniest thing was their billboards. Haikuwa na Kenyan artists.
That's true. Apart from
Justin Timberlake, Beyonce. I was like, what the hell is this? Is this for the Kenyan market ama nini? So to add to the fact that it was on beta stage for like around 4-5 months since it was beginning, you get higher. I get that they pulled a good finesse with saying only Safaricom people can use it. That's why it's called Songa by Safaricom. Another downside was the payment. The payment, I don't think it was well thought of. Higher, okay. Kenyan consumers.
That's where we disagree.
Kenyan consumers, hakuna vile. It was 10 bob per day. 10 bob per day.
Are you talking about the pricing or
the pricing?
Oh, okay. Or the pricing method.
The pricing, not the pricing method.
Okay.
So Kenyan consumers, as in we don't consume music like that. How they put those prices. 10 shillings. Okay, yes. Ndio lazima kuwe na internet ndio kuwe na Songa Music.
Let's start there.
Lazima kuwe na internet ndio kuwe na Songa Music. So okay, 10 bob was a bit pricey for me. Per day. Considering ukifanya 10 bob times 30 times 30 yoni
300.
Okay. And you're getting you won't get some songs there. It's only Japata Wana Music
and Universal.
So you're only getting
Sony,
and that's like a third of the general music industry, you see. So 300. And there's Spotify where you can get all that music for only $8 or free.
Mdundo.
Or free. Come on, man. You played us, but you can't fool all the people all the time. Anyway, so the product, let me give you stats. So according to some blogs I've read online, so these guys have only 240k users. Safaricom. And they release a product hivi Fuliza. In 1 month imeshaweka 6.5 billion in terms. So I don't know, they should not be in that streaming service industry. You know, they like a slice of everything. The taxi hailing apps,
and then they
streaming service.
They tried to. I mean, Safaricom for the past. We've spent the first half of the podcast talking about how great the jazz festival was, but now I think they are acting pretty scared. I think in everything they are doing. Let me not talk about.
Let me tell you where Safaricom has helped artists. Skiza.
That one we can agree that artists.
You guys have done really good for the artists. Skiza mmesaidia, but Songa, that was a very poor product.
Even speaking about how they are scared, this is not a paid ad, but you know that bus hailing app. And then now Safaricom started theirs through their platform a few weeks after. So it's like, they're doing this, let's do that. And then streaming is coming to Kenya. They're
not really scared. I think they're just looking for more opportunities.
But I think it's reactionary. It's not innovative. They're not at the forefront. They're just reacting to what people are doing. People are doing this, let's do that. So Songa, I think one of the strongest points that I gave them one of the strongest points that I hailed them for was their billing method, where you just have to. Actually, they revised their rates, but you just have to pay through your airtime.
I meant to understand it's 5 bob.
No? Yeah, there's a 5 shilling plan.
Okay. Too bad I'm not on Safaricom.
There's a 5 shilling plan for you for daily every day. That's 150 shillings at the end of the month, and then there's obviously the weekly rates, and then there's the monthly rates. But they revised their plans downwards. I think they saw that the pricing model, as you were saying, was quite steep for a lot of people. Because 10 shillings a day for my music, that's a lot of money.
That's a lot, and you can find it for free online.
No, and then I still don't. I think their
biggest competitor is Mdundo.
I mean,
I think those are the guys
I think they are what is it called? Their graphic user interface is not the best. I still don't like it compared to any other app.
Kenyan, we're talking about Kenyan.
Compared to Boomplay, compared to Mdundo. Safaricom, I think, has the least appealing. Let me say appealing interface, because
and also I don't know why they're not on App Store for iPhone.
For Apple.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I think it doesn't look good. And also, I think they are at the forefront of exclusivity in Kenya. Songa. And
I think it's Boomplay.
Really?
Exclusivity. More projects are released exclusively on Boomplay than on Songa.
But Songa, gives a check. So
just like Boomplay.
But between
they're not at the forefront.
Between Boomplay and Songa, who do you think has more money
numbers
to give out? Money to give out.
Boomplay. Boomplay is owned by Techno.
And
Techno is a bigger company than Safaricom.
True, but in the local sense. I don't think Boomplay is investing money in Kenyan
You don't think, but that's not the truth.
No, it is. I'm not saying it is, but I don't think it is as much
Trust me. For example, Boomplay is way bigger because Boomplay is the biggest market is in India.
Yeah.
India has 1.4 billion people.
Is from there.
So, what does that tell you? Higher. Boomplay in Kenya, in Africa, it's in Nigeria.
Okay.
It's really huge in Nigeria. Nigeria has 150 million people.
But I think the thing that helps Boomplay is it comes as an app it makes a lot of sense. Do they give a bug?
No, I don't know. But I hate that tag, Mdundo.com. I hate it
too.
So you guys, you have 8 million people who are, I'm sure the majority of those people are either rural people, because
let's just say
not
regular Kenyans.
Regular Kenyans, okay. Majority are people who listen to maybe because nimeona albums za Kikamba hapo.
Yeah.
Za like
very local
vernacular.
Yeah, local
vernacular songs there, because I think the approach was, we want to target this person.
Yeah.
Umse amerelease ngoma. Yes, he knows kuna kitu inaitwa internet. Yes, but he doesn't know what exactly. Yeah. So we'll tell this guy, upload ngoma yako Mdundo for free.
Yeah.
We don't have to come to our offices. Upload ngoma yako, tell your fans ngoma yangu inapatikana mdundo.com.
And then they'll put the tag for you there.
Exactly. So inaenda ina reviewer, it will be up in 3 days or whatever. Then I think that's the model they're using.
I still
that's why it has 8 million subs.
I still get
Jota Nairobi, we only 4 million people.
Yeah.
You see.
So, and I still to this day I don't like the fact that I can't listen to music on Mdundo on the website on using a computer without browsing. It's like they lack an embedded player, which on the app is there. They also have a premium service because of course they have to make money. Apart from subscribers, they have to make money through ads, which makes a lot of sense as to why their tag is there, and they even sell ads at the beginning of their songs. All that makes sense. But on the app, they have a premium service where you can pay and all the ads are removed and you can download the music. But how do these local services compare to international streaming services? Because the model of streaming is that you do not own the music and you only licensed to have it for a particular time as long as you're paying, And so I think the biggest streaming platform in the world is Spotify. As per subscribers, Spotify is the biggest, I think, followed by Apple Music, and then I think Pandora, and then Amazon are somewhere there. Well, how does all these apps that you said, how would you rate them, the three of them?
Mdundo first.
In terms of user experience and all that.
Okay, everything has its own downside. But the worst, according to me, is Songa Music.
Yeah.
Songa by Safaricom. Yeah, but Mdundo takes the lead on that.
Okay.
I've not used Wabi, so I can't really place a judgment on that. Yeah, although like Spotify is also...
So it's Mdundo, then Boomplay, and then Songa.
Yeah.
I think I will rank them the same way too. Only that still with Boomplay, they have a kind of their own currency, which you pay and you get, I think, coins or something of the sort. So you need to... It's streaming, so all these things are necessary. They need to make their money and all that. So it is necessary.
And funny enough, the biggest streaming company, as you said, it's Spotify, is not yet profitable.
Yeah, because they have to pay out a lot of money to artists, and they have to
and getting that distributorship from all three, Warner Music, Universal and Sony. That's a lot of money involved, because those people will track all the plays and they'll want back their money. But hata kama wanalipa 10 cents per ataka ni 0.05 cents per click ama per play.
But you're saying that the labels had started owning those apps. Like I think Universal recently sold their stake on Spotify. I think it was $150 million, and apparently none of it went to artists, and so it was. But now it's independent, and they have Spotify is actually at the forefront. Let me say that they're at the forefront. Apple Music has lagged behind ever since the exclusive deal stopped, because they gave Frank Ocean, they gave Drake like 20 million each. I
mean, Apple
make an album.
Apple have the laxity of dishing out big checks because they hit the $1 trillion market cap. So they have the budget. So if Drake wants 20 million only.
Here, take it.
Only you don't want.
Are you sure?
I think we still have room for improvement.
I think
room for improvement. We still have room for improvement.
True. And I think the difference between all those apps and our app and the local apps is one thing and one thing only. apart from an expanding catalog, which is obvious, every streaming platform wants to expand its catalog. The other thing is analytics. That is where Spotify. You have used Spotify before. You know how. Let me say accurate. Or if not accurate, they just.
It's very easy to discover music on Spotify. So I think that's my favorite. Although since we're in Kenya, it's not arrived in Kenya yet. So we have to use it through devious methods.
No, not devious methods.
Very devious.
If you know, you know. If you know, you know. If you can really, find a way.
If you can find a way.
Find a way. So I think it's algorithms are some of the best for any company, any digital company that I have ever seen. I won't even say in music or in anything.
And the interface is just amazing.
And it's simple to use, which I think which takes away now points from Songa, and especially Songa.
Their AI, I don't know.
I don't know what they do.
Because you listen to a song and you're like, this is what I needed to listen.
And they have...
How did you read me this way?
You see, that's why I'm saying analytics, because they have curated playlists. Like, I think I have, if not 5, maybe 6 daily playlists that are different genres for me. And they make, and you listen to a song, you're like, that's the song I wanted to listen to. Oh, that's another song I wanted to listen to. They can't go wrong with the music they play you, which is probably a good thing. Anyway. On to this
Khaligraph.
This drama involving Khaligraph.
Personally, at face value, I will not give a complete judgment if I don't get stories from 2 sides. Because there's usually your side, my side, and the truth. So at face value, I think everyone has been spiteful at whatever they were doing, and Khaligraph being the biggest. The biggest gimmick he did was saying, I don't know who that is. What are you talking about? I'm the OG.
I don't know who
but Khaligraph has been notorious for doing this to people, because
I think that was
did you see the Antonio Sol interview with Khaligraph?
No, what is
Antonio Sol was like, oh, who gave you what makes you think you're in a position to call yourself the OG? Then he was like, okay, are you a rapper? No. Then stick to your lane. Look at the seat you're sitting at. So Khaligraph was seated at a seat like this, with armrest and that guy was seated on a stool. So I was like, look at the seat you're seated at on live television.
Oh my goodness.
And look at my seat. So stick to your lane. What puts you in a position to say that I'm not the OG?
But I think...
Anyway, so stop as a Khaligraph as starter.
Let me now.
However, Cashy, I think she was looking for traffic to market her music.
Have you heard a new song?
No, I have not heard it.
I listened to it. That's not the song that you want to lead out with, musically.
To lead out?
Like to tell people, this is me. I don't think that was the song that she was supposed to release. That's me.
And personally. By the famous words, kama uko na ngori, kuje na mbogi.
Okay, so let me just talk about her music, because no matter how you want,
she's an MC.
No matter how you want to look at it, she is using this Khaligraph story as a tool to market her song, because she's been on
for those stations and all that shit.
It's two things. For those who don't know how the music industry works, and for those who don't even know how marketing works, to begin with, this is what marketing is 101. Bad publicity, any publicity is good publicity when you need to get traffic to your song. And when I listened to the song, I was like, this is the song. Okay, I don't get it, but I think
apparently their song together is the biggest Khaligraph Jones
on YouTube.
Listen,
now let's get down to what both are saying. When we reviewed Khaligraph's album, we spoke about that song, Beat It, which was on that album, and we said how Khaligraph was bitter about the ex. And I don't think it was public knowledge yet, or people hadn't realized that they had broken up. And so Khaligraph was on there talking. You've probably heard the song, and
I've heard Beat It.
Yeah, you've heard it, and then now when it was time for the video to be released, now here comes, I think, of course, insider information, Cashy will know that a video is being shot for the song, and I mean, you are dating the guy for I don't know however many years, so you will know that a video is coming. And so to the general public, to the people who don't listen to music, that's a new Khaligraph song. But to people who've listened to the album, people who interact with the music, that's just a single. And so you see, it's prime time for he's releasing a video, let me now release a song and I'll tell on him. And then of course I watched her interview with Mwalimu Rachel on NRG, and you could see I don't know,
it's like someone was holding a gun to his hand. Okay, I can't release all the information, but just know. Know.
let me say I understand.
I was like, okay,
if all these things are true that she's alleging,
gonna come for your head.
if all these things that she's alleging are true, it's really fucked up what Khaligraph did or is doing, or however you want to look at it. And even she said that he's getting a kid to get revenge on her for getting a child, which is really crazy. And they
used each other. That's what I can say.
That's true.
Because why is it convenient for Khaligraph to release that video now? Beat it. See, it's out of all this. And why is it convenient for Cashy to go on a radio tour to say that Khaligraph was abusive to? Okay, I know feminists will come to my neck, but I'm not saying. I'm just saying to say. Don't know. We don't know if it transpired.
Yeah, we don't know if any of this is true. Yeah, we just all this is speculation and hearsay.
That was that was a bad tone to use. So, saying that
I was abused. I was in an abusive relationship.
I mean, I don't support that shit. However, I'm saying, and I got inside that. We'll talk that off air.
Okay.
There's this industry player. Apparently, he's been having so many gigs in Kenya. His main agenda is apparently he's a woman beater. So this industry player.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
You tell me that off air.
Affiliated by ex-affiliates. I'd hate to be him. But this is not a gossip blog. This is not a gossip podcast.
This is
informative.
Yeah. Anyway, back to Khaligraph. I think before Khaligraph started releasing good music and original music, which is I think he shifted his direction.
Original?
Yeah.
Original?
Yes.
This is a guy who samples or uses a beat by Young Thug. Okay, but continue.
All that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm talking about.
You said before he started
making original music.
Sorry. I never got that.
My biggest thing with him was his attitude.
I mean, he needs that persona.
He does, and that's the thing.
That larger than life persona.
Yeah, he does. Which I hated him for some time. Then his music became dope, and I was like,
I mean,
there's probably no problem in hating him because that's his persona. Yeah. That's his persona. Which artist versus the art. Which leave the artist, take the art. But now that these new, let me say, revelations have come forth, you can see that playing out and in a very negative light, because he was being asked on Kiss FM, like, yo, so Miss Cashy is like, who's that? You know, you just can't dismiss somebody who you are with on the trend, you are parading on the trend, as being your missus.
Amnesia.
Yeah, amnesia.
Amnesia.
You see, I think that's very arrogant, and it speaks to the power complex that artists have. Let's not even talk about artists, that men have over women. These are deeper issues, deeper than music, which is like, you know this lady, whether whatever she's saying is true or not, you know her, and at least she deserves that.
What he was trying
she deserves that respect and recognition. No matter what transpired or whatever the revelations, whether they are true or the details of this relationship are true or not, she deserves to be treated as a human being, which Khaligraph has decided not to do in any way through this. I don't think he's carried himself as an OG would. I think he's carried himself in a very childish and boyish way.
Right, yeah.
Which I think I don't know whether it will hurt.
I never say that.
I said it.
Okay.
I don't know whether it will hurt his image, because should he be cancelled?
By who? Who will cancel the OG?
The general public. Who? Because I mean,
he can't be cancelled. Kwanzaa is releasing another track by him and Arrowboy very soon.
Okay.
Yeah. You'll see the numbers it does. You can't cancel the OG.
But I think it's just because he's at his peak. But then again, I think it's still kind of...
Can't be cancelled. Even Okto had he was involved in murder. I mean,
allegedly
involved in a murder case. Yeah, he's not cancelled. People are still the court case inaendelea.
Yeah,
but I saw he's doing shows in Australia.
That's outside.
Exactly. That actually.
That just shows that he because he was not arrested. Number one.
The case is still in court.
Okay. Has it even got to court?
Yeah, he did.
And is he the primary suspect?
He's still not prime. I don't know if it's primary.
A person of interest?
Yeah, he's a person of interest. But we can't be speaking about court cases as they are ongoing.
Yeah.
We'll just shed light on it.
Yeah.
However, you can't cancel this. Actually, if you look at, I like it's bad. I'm not gonna say. But I like how the industry is growing in terms of, okay, we're getting to see these guys are artists, yes, but at the same time, their personal lives are also
playing out.
And this shows something.
Okay.
Because if you look at South Africa, AKA has used that so much to his career.
Yeah.
His breakup with Bonang,
his baby mom,
his beef with Casper. I don't know, one time AKA's niggas pull a gun on Casper, and then he's trying to get back to baby mama. You get him beating Casper, apparently. You see all this personal nini propelling their but however, here in Kenya now, a murder charge.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's some Compton shit. That's some American Snoop Dogg shit, as in. However, okay, but kuchapa dem pia, it's not good.
Yeah.
Anyway, so if he did it
I don't think I'm seeing enough Khaligraph catching enough. I mean, Khaligraph catching enough. If this is true, if all those Cashy allegations are true, fuck Khaligraph. If it's true, fuck him. As in, I don't think there's any two ways about it. You cannot be.
It's easy to play. What I can say is it's easy to play the victim when you're the lady. That's all I can say.
Wow.
I will conclude that.
Wow.
That way.
Okay, yes. That's how you feel.
It's easy to play the victim when you're a lady.
Play.
Yes.
Keyword being play.
Exactly.
But if this is true, that's a really messed up situation. Of course, more details will emerge and we'll talk about it. So, what are you up to this weekend?
This weekend, we'll see. I don't know.
Okay.
I've not yet planned.
All right. So we'll see you guys next week. Just remember to share with your people. If you like what we're doing, subscribe to the podcast on iTunes, subscribe to our YouTube channel, subscribe to the
guys from UK, the guys listening from UK. You share to all the Kenyans there, or even fellow Africans. Just share the podcast.
Yeah, true. We'll see you guys next week.
Yeah.
Bye.